Hey, everybody, we're talking about something everybody ought to consider doing. Joining Toastmasters, it's one of the programs. Doesn't cost very much. You get a lot out of it. You can learn about education. You can learn about leadership. You learn how to speak. You learn how to compose yourself. You learn how to talk. You learn how to answer questions. You learn under fire. You learn in an environment that is also very educational, very good for you. Let's just take a look at Toastmasters. They have clubs around the world. Toastmasters International. One thing they don't do is they don't prepare toast, but they do prepare toast, and it is a great program for everyone to join. Any country you want to join it in, go ahead and start one. If your company wants to start a Toastmasters club, by all means, get in touch with Toastmasters. There's a local group nearby that has Toastmasters that'll come to your company, help you set it up. You don't pay them anything. They're just part of Toastmasters. They're all volunteers. It's a super organization of volunteer leadership, and you'll experience learning. You'll learn how to practice, improve your communication and leadership skills. You'll give some speeches. You'll answer table topics. You'll learn how to evaluate. You also get peer feedback at every meeting. You learn a little bit from each person in the room. They give you a little critique, but it's in a good way. And so you're going to actually gain from it. They're not going to give you a bunch of criticism, but they will help you get to the next point. They're following a workbook themselves, learning how to evaluate. It's also a very self-paced program. You can get in and do as many speeches as you want to right away. But of course, there are other members in the program already, and they're already on the calendar because each club has its own calendar, and it helps set your pace. So when you're not on the calendar, you might be doing some timing. You might be counting ahs and ums and what have yous and ers, and you might be also watching the posture for the posture bell. There's a lot of fun things you can do during a meeting. You could be the quartermaster of the meeting for the group. You can be an officer of the group. You can go into area roles. You can go into different roles around the area. A region. There's different places to get more leadership skills. You can help create new clubs. You can help, clubs that are maybe going a smaller number of people every time. You can help a big club. You can even give speeches from different clubs. So Toastmasters has something for everyone, from beginners. And believe me, there's a lot of beginners in Toastmasters because that's what it's all about. Everyone wants to come in, get a little bit of leadership skills, learn a little bit more. Toastmasters is always going to be about beginners, but it's also about people that come back week after week for years once they get into it because they really like it. And then some people go on to bigger things, but everyone in the Toastmasters is moving up every day because they're helping more people out. They're able to go to their jobs, to their family, to their church, to their clubs, to their organizations, and help them improve because they've improved. There's a lot of different things you can learn. There's education programs. You can take different pathways. For instance, if you can take Speechcraft. They have a whole program, workbooks you go through there, and you learn a little bit every time about Toastmasters. You learn about something else. You get a first project. They have passing projects. They have material online. A lot of things are online now. It used to be you'd order a kit, you order a workbook, you get all that. But now a lot of it's online, and especially a lot of it became online during the pandemic. But you can now go back to meetings, and now you can go local. You can see people's faces. You can react to them. You can critique them, give them an evaluation. You can listen to their speeches. There's not a Toastmasters meeting that you go to that you don't learn something. You learn how to do something. You're putting everything into action. Toastmasters can help you get to where you want to be. Toastmasters is where leaders are made. Toastmasters is a program that even I could do it in my spare time. I spent an hour a week on Toastmasters, sometimes more than an hour. Sometimes I might go to a different club, but you can go join Toastmasters, see the same people all the time, or you can go see other Toastmasters clubs and see how they do it. A lot of them do it differently. Some are in corporate rooms. Some of them are in churches. Some of them are in restaurants. Some of these are in